know about it even when I think.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the December 12th board meeting of the Shrewsbury Housing Authority. It is 4 o'clock on December 12th, so I'd like to begin by calling the meeting to order. And the first thing I'd like to do is take a motion to approve the November meetings.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion to approve in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Next, we will move on to the treasurer and the financial report. Everything looks very healthy with all of the
Pretty straightforward.
Yep, the accounts. Moving forward, we'll go into the rotating account, the check register, and the bill pay. So,
I have a couple of questions.
by all means, go ahead, sir.
What happened at Lake Street? Did we have water leaks or something that caused that huge water bill?
Yes. But we have, the state reimburses us for the water up there anyway.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of drainage issues that we're looking at. Their water heater is leaking. A
Yeah,
few
because I mean,
things.
that's a pretty serious leak.
Yes.
You know, that's a huge bill for a quarter, you know?
Agree. Especially when you contrast it to some of the other single-family units above and below it, Liberty and South Street, you know what I mean? So-
Well, I mean, that's along the lines of Francis Gardner's.
Right, that's what I mean, especially contrasted to other single units.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other questions, Mr. Ricker?
The salt, so we buy salt now, huh?
We have always.
Well, no, we haven't. We used to have a deal with the town where we collaborated with them and we kind of worked a deal with them. But maybe since you've been here, we've been buying it. I just noticed the size of the bill and I said, should ask the question.
The town, maybe it has been since I've been here, but Gary would work with the town and they would go out to bid and we would pay them.
So this is a shed too, Ricker, not the actual salt, this is the shed. Unless there's another salt bill that I'm missing.
I'm looking at 21877.
Oh, you are, okay, there's like 5 down, there's a salt shed, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
This time they forgot to include us in the bid part, so Gary
Oh, okay.
had to.
The town forgot to include us.
Yes, but we normally,
It's not
Okay,
gonna snow here, that's why.
okay,
Snow elsewhere.
glad to hear it. Okay. That's it for me, other than obviously we got a letter relative to the insurance and that's explaining the extreme increase of 50-some-odd%.
Is that the 48,000 bill the state
Yeah.
pays companies? Because that was the one that jumped out at me.
Yes.
That's tied back to that letter at the end?
Yeah,
Okay.
it does, yeah. So
That's crazy.
and
it's
that
a
has to,
57% increase in insurance. So,
that has to do with the PIC notice that came out, under new business, the state aided
Yeah.
insurance.
Now, is that property and casualty? Is that what that is?
it's property and casualty, and it also is boiler insurance, and, you
Okay.
know, we get lumped in with everybody else in the state, at their
Okay.
state units, so we don't have the same, and it's not this building, it's only our state buildings, okay? So, we don't have boilers, things like that, but we're paying for that type of insurance anyway, because we're lumped in with all these other, if you look at that letter at the end of the package, which we will, it boils down to a per unit cost, per door cost. And that's irrespective of who you are or where you are. So here in the town of Shrewsbury, knock on Formica, we hopefully haven't had and won't have any major problems, but other people have. So therefore, around the state, as you know, this last year has been a tough year for insurance. So therefore, the reason for the rate increase, but we are bound to insure with the state through the state agent, which is the city of Salem.
Wow.
So,
Yep, that was a brutal blow.
yes, yes. But that's the only thing I would note, other than.
Yeah, that was the one I was going to ask about. Maria or Mario, any questions on the bills?
No.
Okay.
If not, I'll make a motion, Mr. Chair,
Please.
that we approve the payables on this vendor list in the amount of $120,729.77.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous, Kelly.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion if I could on the portability in the amount of $237,710.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous, Kelly.
And if I could, Mr. Chairman, I would make a motion that we pay the landlords and the tenants checks according to that register, which is $172,891.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
And as I always like to do, I'd like to pay the payroll, so I'd make a motion that we pay the payroll that's printed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right. Kelly, talk to us. Francis, looks like we get two.
We actually have three.
Oh, yeah,
We'll
yeah.
not get one until the end of December. Right before, probably about 3 o'clock, Jack came to tell me that all the people from Champ, that she's already got them already. 99 is a wheelchair, it's a handicap unit. It's a non-local.
Okay.
Number 15 is going to be a local resident.
Great.
Great.
And number 24 is going to be a local resident.
That's awesome. Is there any rhyme or reason to that, or just the luck of the draw, or things changing, or?
Things are changing.
Okay.
Champ is doing it differently,
Okay.
where they have it's called a whole nother separate entity doing the screening and
They've been
priority.
revisiting this thing
Yes.
over the last few months.
Trying to maybe, if I may so bluntly say, kind of correct the wrong of the past, or at least address and slide back towards what we like to call local preference.
I think it's more like addressing the complaints that we've all made.
Yeah, which is great.
too.
That's how
Yeah.
government should work. That's fantastic. Okay, great.
Yep.
Okay. Because I believe we've actually even taken this up with our state
have.
legislators as well. So,
Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
that's great. All right. Federal, Kelly?
We have 2 vacancies here. There will be another one, which,
Yeah.
the end of this month. They're in the make-ready stage. They are both locals.
Awesome. That's fantastic.
Great.
Here is much easier because they pop right to the top.
Right,
Yep.
right. Okay, that's great. All right.
And you're getting up to the point where you're gonna be surpassing last year's totals for turnovers.
Gary already said we're up to almost 24 vacancies.
Yeah.
And each year I always say it's a changeover, but this past couple of months have been bad.
Yeah. Yeah, you're registering 19 here right now, but not including these departments that we're talking about here, so.
For this month
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Section 8, Kelly.
Yeah, I'm still one below, but I got an email from actually Salem Housing Authority, who has a portability, who asked me to administer or absorb. I will absorb, just to get my numbers up
Okay,
to
great.
100%.
Okay,
Awesome.
good.
Okay, so that is all of the state programs and federal programs. Unfinished business, I think we have a few items on the docket.
Want me to start?
Yeah, Mr. Ricker, why don't you go first?
I've given each of you a copy of the first conceptual, and this is strictly conceptual. You can see that we have not laid out any setbacks or anything else, but it is correctly scaled, so that you can see what can get fit on this property if we were to do a 40B to a comprehensive permit in order to add to our family housing stock. This is rather aggressive. I think it's a nice plan, though. So it is presented to us for our discussion purposes.
Yeah, I mean, my 2 cents is I love it, but yeah, I echo your sentiment of its relative aggressiveness given, cost and, where we would find the funds and all that kind of stuff. But I love the layout. I actually, based on the previous rendering, I guess I didn't fully comprehend the amount of space we had to the right. I really was focused over in this area here, closer
Right.
to the pond, closer to Jordan Road. So
Right.
I'm delighted to see that we have that much usable space, what I'm calling to the right, which is really to the west, to the south
It's to
of,
the south, yeah.
south. Yeah, I'm surprised we have that much extra space to the south. But I kind of always thought that we had that kind of room at the back, so that's great. Other comments?
I think it looks fabulous.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It is exciting.
It's all dollars and cents though, right?
Right, right.
Right, but it gives us something to start with.
Right.
These are all
And,
duplexes, right?
yes. They're all duplexes, modeled after the duplexes that we built on Ridgewood
Ridgewood
Road.
Right, I seen that.
All right, so
Nice.
he used those plans, which Kelly dug up and gave to him, to size these units. And so,
I think it's great.
you know, I think that would
I
have been
did
one-bedroom
think
units,
it's that
right?
much space myself.
Yeah.
There's,
One, two, and three, I
It's ones
think.
and twos, right?
yeah, twos, no threes.
Okay, ones and twos.
Ones and
Okay,
twos.
yeah.
Yeah, so you see the,
And like,
These are considered family units?
Yes.
that's the concept. I mean, it could be family, could be senior, could, whatever we choose to move forward with. I think this is strictly intended to lay out a plan that does not include a big box building.
Right.
Right.
Rather would be a more residential-looking neighborhood type of thing. But, I mean, this is like a little neighborhood here.
It looks good on Ridgeland Road, I know that.
Yeah, those units came out fantastic.
Yep.
We have 3 duplexes, 3 sets of 2 units, so 6 units over there.
And I think the thing that I would explore, and I would suggest that we explore, would be to keep moving forward with a plan like this. And even if we don't get the funding to do, you know, the whole thing, or even half of it, the fact is, if we get the plan approved and kind of work at it over the years and in the future, then we can continue to seek future funding as we go forward, knowing that, for instance, the Affordable Trust Fund is going to continue raising money, and the CPA is going to continue to raise money.
Yeah.
And eventually, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts may have some money as well. Although
And it could be a phased construction, phase 1, phase 2.
Correct.
That part that I was aware of in the back could be, I'm just thinking out loud, could be phase 1, and then you do the road and you do that, and then nothing gets, clear cut or anything, and then as you move to phase 2, you work backwards from the end to the beginning or something like that, just,
Yep.
kind of construction 101
Yep.
kind of principle, so that you could do it without, boiling the ocean. So I think
Yep.
that's it.
Yep.
Or maybe the other way around, maybe they do this reverse, that's for brighter minds than me, but I think it's certainly not, to your point about a big box thing, it's not a one and done, it's not a, you have to boil the ocean, we could take a more conservative approach to this.
Right.
Now, I know there was a letter sent from this body, on behalf of me, but representing the entire body, to the
affordable housing.
Affordable Housing Trust, and I haven't heard back from them.
Well,
But actually,
tonight, they
it's
meet
today, I was
tonight.
gonna say, but as I say that, the letter went last week, their meeting is tonight, and they were trying to get it on the agenda for tonight. I sent the letter last Wednesday or Thursday, and they said they would get it on for tonight, hopefully, so we could see what they have to say.
Yep.
But that was strictly in remuneration for the work we're looking at right now, not the next phase. So we'd
Right.
have to understand where they came out after that as well. It's my understanding.
That's correct, and I did confirm that they were trying to deal with it tonight if they can.
Okay, great. So we'll know more tomorrow than we do today. That's great.
Mhm.
Awesome. Anything else? Any other comments?
I'm going to a DHCD roundtable for executive directors.
Okay.
I want to bring this
Totally.
just to show them and say, is there money, is there grants?
Well, I think that's the thing, is we need to search out
Yeah,
for these things. So we need to search. So,
Yeah, this is a no stone unturned. This isn't like it's affordable housing or not, or it's community, what's it called? The new initiative.
Preservation.
Yeah, it's CPA or affordable housing. It can be any combination of a myriad of these options, including DCHD, as you said.
Yep. So that's it for now. on
Awesome,
that.
thank you.
Okay?
Keep us up to date, and we'll look forward to learning more next week, and hopefully we look forward to learn, maybe I'll get correspondence back from the Affordable Housing Trust, and if I do that, I'll share that with the board.
Be great. Thank you.
Kelly, Additional other business. I know that Mario has a question, but I didn't know if it's under old business or.
Cheers.
Yeah, the chairs. I assumed it was the chairs, but I didn't want to say
Absolutely.
it. Okay, so you have an update on chairs?
I do.
Awesome.
So I've been working with MassCore.
Okay,
And with MassCore, we're exempt from any obligations about going out to bid regardless of the size or the purchase. So their chairs, the Ethica, there's 3 chairs. The one that I'm looking at, it's called the Ithaca Guest Chair. It's fire rated. I was talking to a lady this morning, it's in compliance with public, that if we have public seating and everything, in their high back chairs, they don't have arms like this.
Right.
So I'm waiting to hear back from them. They're a public agency. And we're looking at tables also.
What kind of table, round ones or rectangle ones? I mean, I know there's round ones there now.
Would you like rectangular like this? I mean, we'd only be able to fit less in
I
Francis
think the
Gardens
round
community
tables are
room.
okay, but the chairs in itself, they don't match. I mean, not that they don't match, they're too low. You ought to see them up there. They've got cushions on top of cushions, pads, everything. They're too low. But my question was, the last time we said something, we were talking about putting arms on them. These got arms. They never had arms up there, and they're gonna cost more. But the chair like you got in your office, the black one, the black chair. you
Oh,
got-
yes, with the round table, yes.
That's perfect, you know, and we only need 36, we don't need to put 40 in there.
But they're state agencies, I have to, like here, I had to go out to bid.
Oh, yeah, I can understand out to bid, yes,
With this state agency, we don't have to,
okay.
okay?
So what's approximately these gonna cost, any idea?
Their MassCore is always less than the public.
I understand. So
Right now, they don't have prices on
how
these.
soon we will be able to get them? I
We
mean, it's
could be
been 5
looking
months
at-
now.
Yeah, we could be looking at 6 months to a year.
If you choose one, can you buy like 1 or 2 and just put it down there and see how people like it?
Yes, just like we did here,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, that gives
I
people a
can
chance to
actually drive out
comment on
to the
it.
place and pick it up myself.
That gives people a chance
I
to
can see
comment on it.
getting a few chairs to see if they're comfortable for them, just so
Yeah.
they're, you know, used to them. Because the ones they got now, they're folding chairs, they've been there as long as I've been there and then some.
Yep,
And they have a problem, they got, when I tell you, they got cushions, 3 or 4 high, sitting on those chairs.
It's not very safe.
I like that chair,
You like that, these are better chairs.
but I like the new one too.
it's hilarious.
Yeah, they're comfortable. They're very, very, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to. My mouth.
That's okay, it's just us here, okay?
You're among friends.
Sorry, Mr. Chair.
that's fine, that's fine. I just let it go. It was constructive and it was.
Well, I think that'd be a good idea if we get a couple of,
Yes.
once
I
you've,
like that
once
idea.
you've chosen that, you get a couple, put them down
Awesome.
there and see how people like them.
Awesome. All right,
And go from there.
thank you.
Yeah.
Additional old business.
And I will have those hopefully by the next board meeting at Francis.
Awesome, that's
All right.
great. Thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome.
All right, any additional old or unfinished business?
Well, I don't know if it's on the old business or new business. I was just at Elizabeth Garden, the 6th of December. And the problem down there is the deliveries of packages. Would that come under new business or old
At
business?
Francis or Elizabeth?
Elizabeth,
That's new.
What's the problem with
Yeah, well,
delivery
we can
package?
jump into it now, because new business is next. Why don't we jump into that now?
okay.
Go ahead.
Down there at Elizabeth, okay, what they're telling me is when they have deliveries, there's a sign there, because I went out and looked at it. It's at the bottom of the ramp before you go up the top. It says on the sign, 1 to 12 down here, 13 to 36 here. And I can see the problem, because if there's any packages delivered, they have no way of knowing that that package was delivered. I'm only saying, why can't we move the sign or put a new sign up that says, all packages deliver up top? Because up on the top, when you walk into the door, everybody's name and buzzes are there. They can be buzzed in to pick up their packages. Some have pills and they don't get them. That's their complaint, okay?
Are they asking for it to be,
They asked me to look at it, and when I went to look at it, I was told the sign was put up. They're not gonna change it. I'm not saying who said it, but I'm saying it says 1 to 12 deliver packages down below,
no, I get that, I get that.
okay?
My question is, are the residents that you've talked to down there asking that it be consolidated to one location?
Right, they like to have it up on top because everybody's name is there, 36 units with a buzzer.
I get that.
So the people down below, I know the delivery guy ain't gonna go knocking on a door. When they got a buzzer, they can buzz in and let them know that the package is there. I mean, it's no big deal, but the thing of it is, they're complaining about it.
Yep,
In September, at that board meeting at Elizabeth Street, that was brought up, and there was a sign that we had made that said, down below, the deliveries, and then up
Right.
top.
that was as a result of that September meeting.
Yes.
Yes.
So the tenants asked for split delivery up and
Yes.
down? Okay.
And now they don't want it?
Well,
I had,
they like the sign, so that all the packages go up on top, so when they're there, you can't get in, they have to buzz them in. Everybody has their name and, you know what I'm talking about, not like Francis Garden, they go to the apartment,
in the back,
they go down below.
yeah, but you can go right up to their door.
I understand that, but they go to the door, but if they don't buzz them in, they don't know if it's there.
Well, you don't need to be buzzed in the back. There's no, the door opens right to the outside.
Right.
I
It's
see.
right up to
Can
their
I
door.
suggest,
Yeah.
can I make a
Yeah,
suggestion?
Kelly, look into it.
Why don't we just have someone pass a note to the various residents there and just ask them to let you know how they feel about it?
I will.
Yeah.
Kelly, check it
That'd
out.
be nice, I mean, just so we get an idea what to do here.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause, I mean, if we made the change because they wanted it,
Yeah.
then, if they don't like it, then let's find out, for sure.
Agree. Additional? All right, so under new business, we also have, Kelly, a couple of items with the state aid insurance and the board training, so why don't you take us through that?
The state aided insurance, I believe we're just.
That's what I was talking about
Yeah, right,
before. As you can see from this letter, the prices have gone through the roof.
321 family unit, 272 all other units.
Yes, yeah, so that is regardless of where you're located, okay?
Right.
And then it just goes on to further to justify it, talking about they've raised the deductibles from 5,000 to 9,000, although that's not gonna make an appreciable difference. There is relocation expenses, they reduced some coverages in order to bring the premium down, but it still is, as they said,
53% or something.
53%, yes, yeah, so,
33 and 57.
yeah, I thought the 57 stuck in my mind.
Yeah, 57, you're all right.
So, there's nothing you can do about this, because we have to
We're bound.
insure through this program, and it's just for our state units, and unfortunately, that's a big premium, so that's one of our bills to pay, obviously tonight, and because they want the payment in,
Right.
so, in full.
Yes.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's nice. Nice business to be in. Okay, Kelly, the board training?
Their DHCD is launching a new board member training. You all should be receiving a email from Trainer at learn.trackstar.com. I believe you have all taken the course within the past 2 years, so you guys will be good. And if you haven't, then you have to complete it within 90 days. But I believe everybody's fine
Yeah, I think,
there.
I think
Like,
so.
because I would have,
Heard already. Okay,
and they would have got me on the audit.
right, okay.
So,
All right.
but yeah, it's like 30 minutes long.
Okay. Any additional business?
I don't.
Mario, anything else?
All set.
Maria?
I just have a question.
By all means.
Several meetings ago, there was an issue with lighting or something out in the parking lot here. Was that ever resolved?
Is it?
There was something out
I don't
back?
come in at night. When I look out the window sometimes, it does look dark at that end.
I think they said some poles came down
I
or
have
something.
no
I don't
idea.
remember what the.
Gary put
Because
lights
I'm
like,
not out there.
Oh, he
it
put
should be
lights up.
getting a little dark soon.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the suggestion was for someone to drive through like
Through.
at 11 o'clock at night. I did.
Do-
I think it was 1 a.m.
What'd you
I
think?
really,
Yeah.
What are you doing out at 1 a.m. is what I want to know.
well, I'm just getting rocking at that time. So, it did seem a little bit dark out there, but, now, especially where we lose our daylight so early, I can see where there may be a concern. with it.
Gary did put a light up on the shed to
Okay.
go down that way,
Good.
but I
All I
haven't
know,
heard.
all I know is when I look out the seventh floor solarium to see all the light, it, to me, this end, that end looks brighter
Than
than
that
that
end.
end.
Yeah.
That's what their concern was, this
So
end.
that's,
Maybe I can ask Gary, or
Ask Gary to check it out.
if
yeah.
he could put maybe something on the building this way.
Right,
300-watt light bulb.
yeah,
I mean, I'm not out
LED
late, so
floodlight.
it doesn't bother me, but I just noticed
right.
that it does, that's dark, that's dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The LED.
There are people that come in.
We'll have
People
to
that are out
set-
Maria,
Yeah.
apparently. All
Most
right.
of the people here are not out at that time.
Checking.
Yeah.
Bless
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 you.
you. Let's see again.
Excuse me, sorry, thank you. All right, we are a small group and we can close it unless anyone, the three of the ladies have any questions? No? Okay. Then I will take a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
All in favor? Aye.
Closed.